Sup? Kizer. Hey, this is a Kizer Coniferous. 3.34, just over 3.25 inch blade. 154 cm, titanium micarta steel liner. I have done a video on this knife before. This knife is from Timber's Edge Knives, and I had encouraged them to put some of these in stock because I don't know if this knife came out in 23 or 24. I found it in 24. I found it last year. And look at this micarta. It's just rough stuff, but it feels wonderful. It's soft. It's got this great jimping back here in the titanium. The other half is titanium. And so it's got a steel insert in there, but this titanium scale, and I believe a spring steel clip. And so anyway, so why? Well, I think this was one of the, it's got a sticker, some extra hardware, cleaning cloth, all the stuff here. I think this was one of the underrated knives for me last year. Yeah, look at this stonewashed 154 Justin Gingrich design. It's a liner lock. Look at that. Wonderful action without even tuning it, man. And excellent ergos. It's got this jimping on the titanium scale that is combat jimping. It's got jimping on the spine that's really aggressive, not quite combat. And then it's got the jimping on the micarta scale. And so this wonderful rough platform for the thumb. And it creates this thing. Yeah, I love mine. And I just think I'm going to call it last year for me. I think it was just underrated last year. It never got momentum anywhere, I don't think. It's got a unique lock system that I really like, and we're going to open this one up and take a look at it. But yeah, I just really like it. And for the price, so look, even on this side, it's got a rivet on the pivot side, which I just really dig. Lanyard hole. Yeah. I'm not going to say I'm enamored by the knife, but I really do like the knife. Can you tell? I think it's a great buy, and I'm going to call it from last year. Like I said, I think it might have come out in 2023, but it found its way to me in 2024. Yep. So it's got this one steel liner that goes in the micarta side so that, the micarta is supported. It's not over here by itself. Like some other knives. That might be a concern. It's over there by itself. And then it's got this V-lock. So instead of just having the one lock, it locks up on the top and the bottom of the knife. Look here. So when it comes into place, it's coming around on the pivot. When it gets there, it goes bang, and it locks up on the top and the bottom at the same time. What an awesome design for a lock, man. This thing's special. It really is. And Yeah. And so I asked Timber's Edge, hey, let's put this in. Let's carry it. Let's find some. And I started looking, and they're available, but not through standard sources necessarily. You got to kind of look. And it's such a cool piece. I mean, it's got great ergonomics. The lock system is unique, but it's legit. It's got, good steel, 154. I mean, it's not a super steel, but I don't think the price is going to reflect super steel price either. I mean, if you need a pocket knife that could serve as a potential self-defense piece, a work piece, a slicer, something to poke and dig. I mean, this thing's going to cover a lot of bases. It's going to check a lot of boxes. And we'll get it back together and kind of run through it. It's got internal stop pins. And they didn't cheap out. They put this steel liner in here to reinforce that micarta. The titanium side's got the lock in it. And let me put a little bit where that detent ball runs. Just a little drop. I'm going to check these screws on the other side while I'm messing around. Make sure everything's nice and snug. We'll check the pocket clip. See if we're locked up. Yeah, there's no play there. Blade centered. Yeah, come on. So let's talk about this action. Thumb flick, super snappy. Spidey flick, same, very snappy coming out of there. The back flipper, I can fail it, but just barely. Any kind of pressure on it will send that flying, but it can fail. Very snappy. I mean, I'll give it an A minus. It's really good action. That includes access to the lock bar. This is lowered. You can see it. Huge access there. It's got jimping on it. And very intuitive to reach in and unlock that, get it out of the way. And you're past the detent way up here. Yep, I'm past it right there. So, yeah, this thing's just set up really nice. Let's talk about ergonomics. Not so confident, confident, very confident. Well, this thing just going to go whoop towards very confident. The finger guard, look how pronounced that is. The flipper tab. You've got the jimping on the liner lock, jimping on the flipper tab, and it just locks you in there. And then, of course, the shape of that grip, the fingers just tuck in here wonderfully. You added the jimping to the spine, and man, is just I'm just locked in, locked in, locked in. And then, yep, look at this, man. There's jimping on the back here to cap this, the finger guard to block my fingers from coming off. This grip right here, oh man, is it powerful. Yep. And then, yeah, gets a bonus check mark I can get here, and I'd rather be here than here. This is not just a little shy of being as comfortable as this. This is super comfortable, but this isn't bad. I can get here, and this is a very confident, very powerful grip right here. Yep. Got a needle of a tip. Wonderful. Let's check the pocket clip. Yeah, it's got great tension on it. And so on the thick stuff, you can see I'm struggling to throw it in there. Come on, man. Come on, man. There it goes. Yeah. Completely disappears in the pocket. So if you're looking for a deep carry knife, again, this thing qualifies. Wonderful retention, tension. Yep, I mean, this thing really grips, really bites on. My spot in the back pocket just disappears down in there. Easy to get it. It's going to be where I leave it when I go looking for it. Check for blade contact. Yeah, there's no contact through the scales. The tip is well recessed and out of the way. So the clip is good. The tip is good. I can manage this knife any way I want, and I'm not going to catch that sharp part. Let's look at the detent on the closed side. Yep, just clicks it in there. Nice and solid, no lock rock. Wonderful. So this 154, it's got a pretty tall flat grind blade. Let's see if it's sharp from the factory. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. Wow, that's so nice. All right, so let's check that lock. I mean, there ain't no reason to check it. That thing's double locked. I'm just kind of surprised the thing didn't get a little more press than it did. It didn't get a little more accolades. The micarta, the titanium. I mean, golly, I like this knife a lot. Let me see if I can get price for it. So these are even more elusive than I thought, and my guess is they're going to be around $80. Are they worth that? I think they are. I think it's a really wonderful knife with great action, excellent ergonomics, tough as nails. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all watching, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to click the little DM circle and then get subscribed. Yeah, it helps the channel a bunch. Appreciate y'all.